Hello, happy Sunday, everyone. Sunday, work tomorrow. But I was just thought I'd come on here because I've been meaning to get on a week, and it takes a lot for me to Firstly, right, let's address the backdrop. I've been up and down the chair, about 15 times trying to pin that in the right place, and I still haven't done it. I got hot and bothered, and I'm just leaving it now. I'll sort it out another time. I think it needs to be brought closer so you can't see this shit. And also, you should see my setup, right? I've got this thing and this thing, microphone, on an upside down chair on the table. See that? Classic. And I have my laptop, my camera, on a straightener box, which is on top of a fruit bowl. That's how I roll, and it takes time to set up. So, I'm doing it now before everyone gets back from their camp. They've gone camping for the weekend with the cubs and beavers. It's been really quiet. It's been quite nice. But anyway, as I was cooking my cauliflower cheese, which the cat destroyed almost, I was thinking, now for a long time, I've always liked making people laugh. And I think that stems from being picked on at school and at home and generally by everyone. Bullies are sucky, aren't they? Almost like a defense mechanism, I tried the laughter thing and making people laugh and hitting back with comebacks that would get a reaction, and I liked making people laugh. So for a long time I've done that, and I remember when I was little I said to my nan, remember the programme Stars in Their Eyes? I do, and I love singing, not that I'm any good at it. Some people have said, oh, you got a really nice voice. I'm like, sometimes, whatever. But I remember watching Stars in Their Eyes when I was at my nan's once, and I said to her, I'm going to be on that programme one day, Nan. She went, are you? Yes, I am. But did I go on it? No, I didn't. And that got me thinking, how, as a kid, you're always told to follow your dreams and stuff, and that's fine. But I think you have to have parents that are behind you with that. You hear stories of people that when they've made it and they've gone through their career and they get to an age, they tell you about how they got there and what they had to do, and whether it's music and knocking on people's doors and giving CDs and stuff, or mixtapes or whatever, or moving to a certain place and then doing auditions and stuff like that. How do you do that if you don't have a parent's support as a kid? I wouldn't know now, for example. I'm old, so I don't think I'd get anywhere, but whatever. I think if there was an audition for something, I wouldn't even know. How do you know there's an audition for something to even go and have a try? I wouldn't even know the first place to look. I'd love to have pursued some sort of entertainment thing. I love going to the theatre. I don't go often, but when I do, I tear up. It can be anything. It could be something really sad. I cry at anything. Sad, happy, musical. I cry because I can imagine being on that stage, and I can imagine it, but I couldn't imagine anyone watching me. Does that make sense? I've got a bit of because I don't think I'm that good if I sing or whatever. So for somebody to be watching me doing it, I'm like, I wouldn't be able to do it, I don't think. But at the same time, when I go to the theatre, I want to be on that stage and I want to do it, and I've got no experience. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't dance. I just know that I've always wanted to do something like that, entertain people. I enjoy it. It's fun. I think if you don't have the support and encouragement of your family or whatever, you can't. I don't think you can do it as a kid. I don't know. Maybe you can. Back in the day, I guess you'd use the Yellow Pages, wouldn't you? Like, there was no internet really. So if I sung, for example, firstly, I wouldn't have had any equipment to do it. And secondly, if I'd had a tape, where would I have dropped it off to? Can you listen to my tape, please? Who would I have sent that to? I don't know. I just think you can follow your dreams to a certain point. I think if you need the support of your family, and if you don't have that, then you're stuffed. I remember learning the flute at school, in my secondary school, and I loved playing that, and I thought I could be really good at this if I practiced, and I wasn't allowed to practice at home, so I gave it up. Bit rubbish, isn't it? But anyway, that was my thought of this while I was making my roast dinner. So yeah, let's hit on some tweets of the week that that annoyed me. I love Twitter, but I hate it as well. Absolutely hate it. Sometimes I can bite my tongue, sometimes I can't. There's been a few things this week. Who is on here on Twitter and saw the thing about Bully, the American mascot for the Mississippi State Uni? That's a mouthful. Because I did. And somebody called George Schroeder, he commented and he said, "Oh, sorry, Bully, hope you're okay." Now, it's an American mascot, so it's a dog, obviously, American Bulldog, I think. Basically, one of the players, two or three of them, were running for the ball, and he kind of jumped to catch it, but he kind of rolled and bashed the dog in the ribs. And the dog didn't roll or anything like that. Kind of just moved to the side. It was like, oh fuck, what was that? Kind of thing. So let me see if I can show it. Can you? I don't know if you can see that. Let me show you. Boom! Dog moves a little bit, right? Right. So if you can see, right? That's a guy, and behind the guy is the dog's handler, right? People were moaning, obviously, of course they were. They were moaning because, well, they were basically saying, oh, it's the handler's fault. I wrote down a few things here so I didn't have to search through them. Oh, it's the handler's fault. Not really, is it? It's not the handler's fault at all. Somebody said the players should have been expelled. Also not the player's fault. Another person said people moved and left the dog there. Shameful. Mate, that's not how it went at all. It was an accident. Accidents happen. Yeah? For a start, the handler was behind another person. He or she, let's say he. I don't know. The handler was behind another person. Couldn't see it. Nobody knew that the player wasn't going to catch the ball, or when he did, nobody knew he was going to roll that way. Oh. So it's not like they all stood there and go, let's let this happen. I'm sure if somebody had seen it happen, they would have moved the dog out of the way. It was an accident. So this guy, George Schroeder, he wrote, "Oh, sorry, Bully, hope he's okay." Somebody piped up, the best one, right? "Your apology means nothing to this dog. This animal can't give consent to be exploited for human entertainment. End the abuse. Go vegan." Now, come on. I commented back to this person. I was like, not eating the mascot though, are they? It was an accident. This person said, "Exploiting the dog as a mascot isn't something a dog can consent to doing, so you don't actually need to eat an animal to exploit it. An accident like this is easily preventable by not exploiting the dog in the first place." I think he likes the word exploit for a start. So I replied, obviously, because I'm like, shut up. I said, "But you said go vegan. Being a vegan means you do not eat or use anything coming from an animal." Because guess what? I looked it up in the dictionary just so I had a leg to stand on, right? And I get what he's saying. You know, vegans don't want cruelty to animals, but it's not cruelty. It was a freaking accident. The dog is not being exploited. I said, stop making it something it's not. The dog is fine. It's not being abused. It looks like a very loved dog. Of course, he replied. Can we show love for someone whilst also exploiting them for their will for entertainment? Against their will for entertainment. Veganism isn't just about diet, it's about ending all exploitation. And he was like, veganism means to reduce cruelty as much as practicably possible. Doesn't say that in the dictionary though, does it? You can clearly see it was an accident. But whatever. I ended up not replying because they're not worth my time. They were for a little while and then they're not. So anyway, also there was another thing. What else was it? Oh, right. Over here we have Costa and Starbucks. I don't know if Costa's in America as well. I'm not sure. So we had 4 or 5 days ago, we had free Costa. So if you went into a little branch of another shop and there was a Costa machine in there, you got a free coffee. Somebody obviously picked on it. The hashtag free Costa Day is a great idea. But who else would respect Costa Coffee more if they were to offer a free Costa to anyone working in the blue light vehicle all year long? Police, fire, ambulance, coast guards, etc., etc. I had to reply because you got a free Costa for the day. Does it actually matter, right? I get what you're saying. It's nice to appreciate the fire services and or the emergency services. Sorry, but I was just like, you can't win. I replied. I was like, is nothing ever good enough? God's sake. So to which he was trying to be a smart ass and he replied, yes, some things are perfect. This song is one of them. Did I click on it? No. Should we have a look? See what song he wanted to... What song is it? Definitely not me. Grace Petrie, Black Tie official video. I'm not even going to listen to that. That is so not me. So yeah. A couple of things that annoyed me in the week. I was going to touch upon... Not touch. Because that would be just gross. I was going to mention... about Piers Morgan, but I haven't got the energy for that today. Maybe we'll save him for another day. So yes, that's basically what I came on here for. Have a little moan about stuff. Everyone else moans. Why not? Why not? Why not me? I'm going to go back to cooking my roast dinner now. Smells good so far, to be fair. Although I'm cheating. I bought frozen roasties.